Priyanka Chaturvedi. A quick word from you, Priyanka. 141 MPs in an unprecedented move have been suspended from the Parliament. We've never seen this before. This is for the first time questions being raised on whether this was done deliberately by the opposition parties to come together as a united front right ahead of the India bloc meeting. Take us through your view on how you see the suspension.
I think the new parliament is creating new historical lows in parliamentary democracy. We have seen how over 141 MPs have been suspended just because they were seeking some accountability from the government. And such a crying shame. The person who organized the visitors' pass for these people who created mayhem inside the parliament is continuing to be in the parliament, Mr. Pratap Simha. It's such a shame that the Home Minister of this country refuses to be held accountable on the floor of the House or to even issue a statement on the floor of the House. Let me take you back to 22-year-old history when a parliament was attacked by terrorists. We did not allow them to enter. Our brave men who were part of the parliamentary security services did not allow them to enter, step inside the parliament building. They laid down their lives for it. But we had the Prime Minister step up and speak up. Unfortunately, both the character and commitment to the parliament is clearly missing, and we will continue to fight this.
But at least the BJP's response to the leaders, some of them that I spoke to, says this is not the way a parliament should function. This is a deliberate attempt to make this parliamentary proceeding a complete washout. This is heckling. There's no decorum followed. This is the punishment they get.
You know, I can clearly see even you're finding it difficult to frame the question, and the charges seem so ridiculous that it comes to the point of being hypocritical. Instead of being the temple of democracy, they made it a temple of hypocrisy, where heckling is something we hear from the treasury benches all the time, every time an opposition MP stands up to speak. We also see disruptions coming from treasury benches many a times when we stand up to speak. And since when has it become, breach of privilege or wanting to, itching to suspend MPs just because we are going to the well of the House? I remember so clearly that Arun Jaitley ji at one point in time called this disruption as a disruption as part of democracy. And today that itself is unacceptable to this government. So it's a crying shame that they're merely using some excuses of, oh, they were in the well of the House, oh, they were disrupting, oh, they were heckling. Cannot become an excuse to disrupt or to suspend. The question, the moot question is, which not just the opposition, the country should be asking the Home Minister and the Prime Minister, if we cannot keep our parliamentary building secure from an attack, how do we keep ourselves safe from anyone encroaching our borders? I think national security is of prime importance, and the question is not about us versus them. The question is about national security.